pine trees, carrying whispers nobody sees, walking slow on a dirt road line, with a restless heart and a worried mind. Branches sway like they understand the silent weight of a broken man. They're blowing through the pine trees, crying, singing low under open sky. Every note is a lonely plea, calling back what it used to be. I close my eyes, but the sound still moves through my bones and my worn out shoes. Yeah, I'm bound to roam where the cold wind sighs with the blue through the pine trees. I met my baby in a summer rain, where the tall pines dance like a moving chain. We carved our dreams in the soft tree bark, made our promises before the dark. But seasons turned and the leaves fell down, and love grew lost without a sound. Now they're blowing through the pine trees, moans like a voice that chills my bones. Every gust says she's gone away, on a trail that time won't let me stay. I call her name, but the forest knows how a fragile heart breaks and goes. Yeah, I wander on where the cold wind blows, with the blue wind through the pine trees. If I could ride that wind tonight, I'd chase her shadow till morning light. But I'm rooted here in the earth and pain, while the wind runs free like a southbound train. High through the swaying green, casting ghosts where we once had been. I sit alone on a fallen log, wrapped in the hush of the silver fall. The wind keeps humming our old refrain of tender joy and gentle pain. That blowing through the pine trees sings of broken hearts and wandering wings. Every echo fades but never dies, like a love that lives in distant skies. I rise and walk with the midnight breeze, carrying scars no one else sees. Yeah, my soul drifts on with the memories and the blue wind through the pine tree. When the dawn breaks soft and the night is through, the pine trees. Whiskey moon hanging over broken ground, casting pale light on a nowhere town. I'm walking slow with a bottle in my hand, tracing old dreams in the shifting sand. Every step echoes soft and low, with the weight of places I used to know. Under that whiskey moon I roam, far from love and far from home. Every shadow whispers your name like a fading spark of a dying flame. I raise my glass to the sky so wide, with a lonely ache I cannot hide. Yeah, I keep singing this wandering tune to the light of that whiskey moon. We once stood here in the summer heat, with reckless hearts and dusty feet. You swore forever in a gentle sigh, while the stars burn bright in the open sky. But time rolled in like a cold night wind and stole the fire we kept within. Now that whiskey moon shines the same, but nothing here remembers my name. Every breeze carries your goodbye through the silence of this endless sky. I drink to love that slipped away, to words we lost we couldn't say. Yeah, I'm left alone with this broken tune and the glow of that whiskey moon. If I could rest where the wild winds sleep, I'd bury these memories night grows thin and the air turns cold. Another story quietly told. I tip my hat to the fading light and wear my sorrow into the night. Still I carry your ghost inside, like a silent song I can't deny. Under that whiskey moon I stand, just a drifting soul in a weary land. Every scar is a map I've known, every mile of truth I've grown. I take one last sip and I move on soon, guided by that whiskey moon. Yeah, I'll keep walking this endless ground with the blues I found. When the dawn comes pale and the stars are gone, I'll still hear echoes of our song, fading slow with the night's last tune, beneath that distant whiskey moon. Neon shining, bourbon burning, neon tears on a downtown sign, cheap bourbon and a troubled mind, lipstick stains on a crystal glass, watching old memories pass. High heels tapping on broken tile, haven't seen your love in a while. Smoke rising to the ceiling fan, like dreams that slip right through my hands. Every sip goes down so slow, but it won't let your memory go. And cheap bourbon, that's how my nights keep turning. Neon tears and cheap bourbon, heart still burning, still burning, oh, still burning, yeah, still burning. Jukebox crying a sad refrain, every note calling your name. Bartender says, girl, let him go, but he don't know what I know. Love like ours don't fade that fast, even when it's in the past. Drowning slow in cheap bourbon, rain outside on the window pane matches every drop of pain. Neon tears and cheap bourbon, round and round my world keeps turning. Neon tears and cheap fire.
You gave me doubt and one last lie.
Now the night is my only friend,
and this bottle won't pretend.
If love was gold, we let it rust.
If love was strong, it turned to dust.
Now I'm dancing with the hurt I'm learning under neon tears and cheap bourbon. That's a lesson I am learning. Neon tears and cheap bourbon. Love keeps burning, keeps burning, keeps burning, burning, yeah, keeps burning. Neon tears and cheap bourbon. Neon fading with the dawn.
Cheap bourbon almost gone,
but this ache still holding on.
Still holding on.
Still holding on. Barroom door. I've been chasing shadows, I can't outrun no more. A lonely glass is trembling in my hand, like it understands what I can't understand. Your memory walks in with a neon glow and sits beside me, soft and low. It's the last call before dawn. One more drink before you're gone. I'm holding on to a fading song, trying to find where I went wrong. The lights come up and the night moves on, but my heart don't know where it belongs. So I whisper your name till the dark is gone, at the last call before dawn. The jukebox hums like a distant train, carrying echoes of love and pain. Every note is a step we used to take. Every silence is a promise we let break. I see her smile in the smoky air, then it disappears and leaves me there. It's the last call before dawn. One more chance to hold you on. I'm drinking slow to the hearts have always drawn. The bartender said the night is gone, but I'm still lost in what we had. Calling your ghost till the dark is gone, at the last call before dawn. If morning finds me still sitting here with empty hands and a crystal tear, I'll leave with the sun, but I'll carry the blues and the trace of a love I can't refuse. Before moving on, I raise my glass to a love long gone, and the fragile truth I've been leaning on. When the door swings wide and the lights come on, I'll walk alone, but I'll stay strong, still hearing your voice in a fading song, from the last call before dawn. From the last call before dawn. Delta moon hanging low and wide, shining on a man with nowhere to hide. Got dust on my boots and a tear in my hand, walking these fields like a broken man. The river keeps rolling, dark and slow, carrying secrets I used to know. Just a tired soul and a broken man. Every shadow knows my name, every star burns with the same old pain. understand the blues of the Delta and a broken man. My baby left by
the neon lights are fading low on this lonely road I know. A cold wind whispers through the night while I search for what feels right. The jukebox plays a broken tune underneath the pale old moon. Every mile and every mile carries memories all the while. Whiskey rain at midnight falls, running down these empty walls. Every drop recalls your name. Nothing ever stays the same. Whiskey rain at midnight cries like the sorrow in my eyes. In the darkness I still find you're the ghost I left behind. A dusty bottle on the shelf keeps reminding me myself of the promises we made. Now there's shadows in the shade. The highway stretches far ahead with the words we never said, and the stars above tonight can't bring back your fading light. Whiskey rain at midnight falls, running down these empty walls. Every drop recalls your name. Nothing ever stays the same. Whiskey rain at midnight cries like the sorrow in my eyes. In the darkness I still find you're the ghost I left behind. Maybe someday I'll move on when the pain is finally gone. But tonight this old guitar knows exactly where you are. Whiskey rain at midnight falls through the silence of it all. One last song before the dawn and the lonely
Velvet night feels so heavy. Velvet night feels so heavy. Velvet night on a lonely line. Street lights shimmer like cheap red wine. High heels echo down the track. Every step says you ain't coming back. Silver moon on a broken sign. Your last kiss still tasting like goodbye. Wind rolls slow through the telephone line, carrying whispers that once were mine. Every shadow calls your name. Every spot still feels the same. Velvet night on a lonely line, heart still hanging on borrowed time. Velvet night on a lonely line. Love ran out, but I'm still trying. Oh, still trying. Yeah, still trying. Jukebox crying in a color booth, playing songs about bitter truth. Bartender says, girl, you'll be fine, but he don't see these tears in mine. Smoke rising in a ribbon thin, like the shape your arms were in. I close my eyes, I see your face, but this bar can't take your place. Every sip burns slow and sweet, like your footsteps on my street. Velvet night on a lonely line, soul still searching for a sign. Velvet night on a lonely line, your goodbye still crossing mine. Oh, crossing mine. Yeah, crossing mine. Love came soft like summer rain, left like thunder, left like pain. Now the sky won't clear for me, just clouds where you used to be. If I could turn this train around, bring your love back to this town, I'd hold you close and never let go. But some trains don't run back home. Yeah, in my mind. one more time on this lonely, lonely
Bartender said it's almost closing time, but he's still sitting there. He's got midnight in his eyes, empty glass and alibis, smoke hanging in the light, like he's fighting one more night. Hat pulled low, collar raised, lost inside a whiskey haze. Clock on the wall, don't understand. It's the last call for a broken man. Every sip just pulls him down while the jukebox spins around. Last call for a broken man. He's holding on the best he can. Last call, don't you understand? Love slipped right through his hand. Oh, through his hand. Yeah, through his hand. He don't talk, he just stares at the ghost sitting in that chair where she used to laugh out loud. Now it's just a lonely crowd. Lipstick marks still on the rim. Every song reminding him. He keeps saying she'll come back again, but hope runs thin for a broken man. Every night it's all the same, different dream, same old pain. Last call for a broken man, falling deep in sinking sand. Last call, don't you understand? He can't let go of what they had, of what they had. Oh, what they had. Yeah, what they had. Love don't knock before it leaves. It takes your heart and lets you bleed. He gave his soul, he gave it all. Now he's leaning on that barroom wall. If I could tell him one more time, boy, some wounds don't rewind. You gotta stand, you gotta stand, even if you're a broken man. Falling soft and slow, he whispers, baby, please come home. But he's still sitting there alone. Last call for a broken man. He's drowning don't you understand? Some hearts don't mend, they just bend. Oh, they just bend. Yeah, they just bend. Last call for a broken man. It's closing time again. Chairs up on the wooden floor. He walks out through that barroom door. Cold wind blowing through the night. Another soul under neon light. Cold wind blowing through the night. Midnight dust on my boots tonight. Walking snow in a pale moonlight. Got a restless road running through my soul, and a broken dream I can't control. Wind keeps calling my name so low, like it knows which way I ought to go. I got midnight dust on my boots, and a heart won't bend from the truth. Every mile sings a lonesome sound since the day my love left town. I keep moving with nothing to lose, just midnight dust on my boots. I met my baby by an old dirt lane, where the summer air smelled like rain. She promised me the world in her smile, said she'd walk with me every mile. But the road got rough and she slipped away, left me wandering at the break of day. Now it's midnight dust on my boots, and memories tangled in roots. Every step brings a face to mind, like a shadow I can't leave behind. I keep singing these traveling blues with midnight dust on my boots. If the stars could show me where she's gone, I'd follow their light till the night was done. But they just shine on this empty track, and whisper she ain't coming back. the truth. Every song is a prayer I sing down a road that will never end. Yeah, I'll walk on slow and pay my dues with midnight dust on my boots. Midnight fading into dawn, still that old dust lingers on, and I carry it wherever I go. In every song I sing low. Down by the river bend where the cold wind sighs, I sit with a bottle in a restless sky. Water rolling dark like a troubled friend, carrying stories with no clear end. I pour one out where the shadows fall, listening close to the river's call. These whiskey tales by the riverbed fall like rain. I can't pretend. Every drop holds a memory of the way you used to be. I try to drink till the hurt all ends, but it flows right back again. Yeah, I'm drowning slow in the blues I sing with whiskey tears by the river bend. Where the tall grass swayed, making soft promises we never repaid. Your laughter drifted on the evening air. Now I search for traces that ain't there. The river keeps what it steals away, like the love we lost one summer day. These whiskey tears by the river bend keep falling where the night descends. Every ripple speaks your name in a soft, familiar flame. I'll raise my glass to a love we spent, to the hearts that came and went. Yeah, I'm talking low. Sitting on a lonely porch before sunrise, watching pale stars fade from tired eyes. Got a cold cup of coffee in an empty chair. Morning breeze whispering she ain't there. Screen door creaks like a crying sound, echoing soft through this quiet town. On this lonely porch before sunrise, I'm talking low to the darkened sky. Every heartbeat calls her name, but the dawn comes in just the same. I hold on tight to what we knew, to a fading dream that won't come true. Yeah, I'm left alone with the morning blues on a lonely porch before sunrise. We used to laugh as the day was born, sharing our hopes in the early morn. Her gentle smile in the golden light turned simple hours into pure delight. Now the horizon burns without her face, just empty colors in her place. On this lonely porch before sunrise, I'm tracing tears I can't disguise. Every memory drifts on by like a silent bird in an open sky. I reach for her in the growing day, but the light keeps pushing her away. Yeah, love slipped out in a thin disguise from this lonely porch before sunrise. If the sun could bring her back to me, forever patiently. But time moves on and the truth remains in gentle scars and quiet pain. First light falls on the dusty road. Another day with a heavy load. Tip my hat to the rising sun, knowing my walking has just begun. midnight on State Street. Oh, pour me one more. Neon lights in a pouring rain. Your goodbye still call my name. Wind from the river, cold and sweet, blowing down old State Street. I got your memory in my hand, burning slow, I understand. Some loves fade, some hearts break, some nights are too much to take. Every sip I feel the heat, every step on State Street. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Slow burn, can't feel my feet. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Heartbreak playing on repeat. Oh, it's on repeat. Yeah, it's on repeat. L train crying overhead, steel wheels singing what we said. Barroom piano, soft and low, playing what I already know. Your shadow dancing on the wall, I still hear your late night call. But love don't stay where pride runs deep. Now I drink and I don't sleep. Every sip I feel the heat, every tear falls to the beat. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Slow burn, bittersweet. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Your goodbye on repeat. Oh, on repeat. Girl, it's on repeat. Love came fast, love went wrong. Now I'm left with this old song. Cold wind blowing through my soul. Whiskey trying to take control. Say your name, say it slow. Let it fade, let it go. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Slow burn, feel that heat. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Broken heart and a backbeat. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Same old pain, same old beat. Yeah. It's on repeat. It's on repeat. Midnight whiskey on State Street. Still burning, slow. crying train rolling at sundown, dragging its shadow through a broken town. I'm standing still while the sky turns red, with a pocket full of worries and a heart like lead. Smoke rising slow in the fading light, carrying my sorrow into the night. Hear that crying train at sundown, singing low with a lonesome sound. Every whistle cuts me deep, like promises I couldn't keep. It rolls away, but I'm still bound to the tears of that crying train at sundown. My baby left on an evening like this, with a last cold word and a goodbye kiss. I watched that train steal her from my side and take my joy on a restless ride. Now every dusk, when the daylight dies, I hear that engine and sundown. Hear that train rolling, yeah, it's rolling. Slow train rolling through the night, headlights fading out of sight. Suitcase hard on a one-way line. You left yours, but you took mine. Station platform, cold and bare, your goodbye still in the air. I try to stand, I try to be strong, but this waiting's been too long. Steel wheels crying down a wire, I'm holding on to a glass of fire. Bartender pours it neat and slow, says, girl, sometimes you gotta let go. But every whistle in the rain sounds like you're calling my name. Every spark inside this flame door. It boards that train and wants more. Leaves you standing in the smoke, choking on the word you never spoke. If I could ride those rails again, I'd tell you where my soul has been. But all I got is this burning glass and memories that won't pass. Slow train rolling far, carry my wishing star. I close my eyes, feel the fire, but you ain't coming back no more. Slow train and a glass of fire, only thing that takes me higher. Slow train and a glass of fire, broken heart and burning desire. Burning desire, yeah, burning desire. Slow train and a glass of fire, still burning. Morning creeping through the door, train don't stop here anymore. Glass is empty, heart still tired. Slow train and a glass of fire. Last light fading on Delta Road, sun singing low with a heavy load, dust rising soft around my feet, keeping time to a broken beat. Got a worn out head and a restless soul, chasing a dream I can't control. That last light on the Delta Road shines on a man with a heart of stone. Every mile hums your name like a slow burning endless flame. I keep walking on my own where the wild winds moan. Yeah, I'm singing low the sunset glow on the Delta Road. We used to ride where the tall grass bends, laughing loud like the road won't end. Your hand in mine in the amber sky made me believe love would never die. Shadows grew as the days went by and left me here with a last goodbye. Now the last light on the Delta Road cast long lines where we once rode. Every breeze carries your voice like a memory I didn't choose. I call your name, but it fades and goes. on the Delta Road. If I could turn where the tracks divide, I'd chase the past on the other side. But the road runs straight and the truth is known. Some loves fade when the night comes on. Turns dark and the stars appear, cold and bright, but I still feel you near. I strike a match in the quiet air, watch it flicker like a whispered prayer, then let it fall to the dusty stone as I keep walking on alone. That last light on the Delta Road fades to black, but I still hold every scar and every song of a love that didn't last too long. I tip my hat to the night's deep flow and follow where the shadows go. Yeah, I'll carry your flame wherever I roam down the Delta Road. When the morning breaks and the sky is wide, I'll still have you walking by my side. A silent dream in a fading glow from the last light on the Delta Road.